good, YouTube? Y'all already know it's your boy. Them boys crazy. Y'all already know it's your boy Roach with this motherfucker, man.
I already know what's going on, man. I know it's boy Cam Official. Anytime you see our face, you know it's time for another reaction, man.
This right here is why IShowSpeed is the smartest screamer. I ain't gonna lie, the way he bringing that cash, he gotta be the smartest screamer.
He bringing in
$1
dollar
bill.
bill.
Come on, man. That nigga bring in. Then he did it in under 2 years. Ain't that nigga right there, bro. Shout out Speed, man.
What's poppin', y'all? IShowSpeed is one of the biggest streamers in the USA right now. Arguably the biggest, one of the biggest in the world. And I think not enough people give credit for this guy for making such strategic, smart moves, or whoever's on his team, that many others have decided to just leave up in the air. So recently, he's been in India for, I think, the past week or so. I've seen clips and stuff. I don't necessarily watch his actual stream. I just go see the views, and this guy's, oh my God, this guy's frying the views. He's just getting so much. People were hating on him when he was first blowing up. They're like, oh, this guy's just, you know, he also was doing a lot of sus stuff. I was not messing with that. But this isn't about that. And he ain't, you know, he's not on that side of the color spectrum. So, you know, we can't completely throw him under the bus. So Speed is recently in India for a major event, which is, I think it was like the Cricket World Cup or the Cricket Final, some match between Pakistan and India, or Pakistan and India. It's very huge, the biggest sport in that country. It's a huge event. Tens of millions probably are watching. If not, maybe over 100 million are probably watching that one event. I don't know where he got this affinity for it, but now he's been out in India. He's definitely become a star in India just from this event. He's the only guy televising it that's a streamer from the West. So, and he's funny and he's getting along with everybody. He's just a likable guy overall. It's really hard to dislike the guy. Now, there's other people where I could be like, oh man, I see you think this guy's annoying or whatever. Speed, I can't, you know, I like the guy, man. Now, he initially blew up. People were saying, man, you know, he was just yelling at the camera. And there's this genre that some people will say where it's just these guys jumping, screaming, yelling at the camera, running around their room, and that's why they got lit. Now, there are several people that are very lit that did do this exact thing. I think Speed, there's like this innocence factor. Like he was 16.
It is crazy, though.
What?
Thinking about what he said, like, all the people who was kind of doing some of the stuff that Speed doing, but been doing it, and they ain't nowhere near on his level. Man,
I'm gonna be 100, bro. It be so tough to pinpoint, because I'm gonna be real, bro. Like, it's almost like, bro, even before they do such stuff and scream, it's like
yelling and the dancing and all that, like this, like bro.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna lie, like he prime example.
It should be crazy though, cause the way it's I ain't gonna say this Speed blue. It's how much he did.
And let me ask you something though. Also, like in your own opinion, what is it about a person? Just say for instance, like we don't do YouTube together. I got my own channel, you got your own channel. We don't know each other at all, and I'm the type of person I'm doing Korean stuff. I'm dancing all the time, yelling at the camera. I'm doing all type of crazy stuff. And people mess with me at first, but then after a while, they're like, man, he just doing the same stuff. Or, man, this stuff getting old, this stuff getting boring. But then you come along, just say a few years after me, doing the same stuff, but don't nobody ever get tired of you. What is it?
I think basically what he's saying, bro, he just going to different places in the world and showing his face and really I don't even think, I'm going to be 100, bro. I think people, because Speed is, I can't say that. Speed support different parts of the world so much,
for sure.
Like India and Portuguese, and
he show love to everybody.
He show love to everybody so much. Like he said, bro, ain't nobody really cares about the Indian stuff. And he went out there and filmed it, and everybody talking about it. And that right there alone just make people just be like, bro, I ain't gonna lie, I don't really like bro even said, I ain't gonna lie, some of the stuff, and he be screaming, I don't really mess with that, but like. He real for that. I think that's probably they got a lot to do with it. Like that World Cup stuff, that might shout out everybody. Like that, I don't know, bro. It'd be wicked.
Did do this exact thing. I think Speed, there's like this innocence factor. Like he was 16 when he blew up. several years ago. There's this innocence factor to this guy in his room, 16 years old, just doing crazy stuff. He's also kind of like a Dr. Doofenshmirtz type when he's putting all these firecrackers in his house. Like, he's just trying to entertain by any means possible. He went to that one Sidemen game, and I think his affinity or his interest in football or soccer is what helped him broaden his audience. So people like Aiden, you would say, yo, Aiden's maybe bigger than Speed, or who else? Kai, right? Kai is bigger than Speed. I have respect for Kai. I think he is so dedicated to entertaining that he's going to lap all of these people, because a lot of them are lazy or get lazy once they make a lot of money. And I think he doesn't really care about money like that.
You think Kai bigger than Scream? I said Scream. Speed? Or do you think Kai is bigger than Speed in the Americans' eyes, in America's eyes?
That's tough.
The reason I ask that is because if we go view for view, subscriber for subscriber, Kai is 1,000% bigger. But I think we looking at it like America. I'm talking about all around the world.
I feel like Speed definitely got more people
like around the world, but I think he got America on lock. Now you got other people in other places.
And I think it's just on some stuff like Kai he has more that, even though I'm not saying he's flashy, but he has more that he's like that flashy hip hop culture.
He like basically he like the Dirk and Speed is like the J. Cole.
Yeah, because I'm just being 100. Both of them doing the same thing. Yeah, it just in a different way. Like Speed more, you know what I'm saying? Like the soccer, like basically what he said at the beginning. Kai, I mean, he might have went to Tokyo and Japan and all this different type of stuff, but I'm just being real here around all the rappers. You going to Drake concert,
see, that's what I'm saying. He's in America, like he's in our eyes type stuff.
So we gonna probably view him as real deal being, but Speed,
he only did 20. Like 20. We got 22 million subscribers.
He living like that.
Then when he drop a video, in like 2-3 days, it's like 6 million views, dude.
Yeah, Speed living like that. So I ain't gonna lie, stuff like that kind of really do be hard to compare, because you don't want to say something, you know what I'm saying, to make it seem like you discrediting them.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure. Like, I'm being real. To me, bro, Kai is real deal on some like America and certain other parts, you know what I'm saying? But he just got us on lock. He got this on lock. I feel like Speed has more of the whole world on lock, but he's just not on lock in our eyes like that. He got more of the kids and stuff like that. Like you said, bro, he be around the rappers, around the Drakes, so he got the more of like 17 to like early 30s on lock type. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, they both doing their thing, though, bro. They both doing their thing for sure.
Keep on winning and innovating, but there's a limiting factor to that internationally. I think Speed is the most international streamer from the USA right now. I think if Kai and Speed were in some other country, Kai would get recognized significantly less than Speed. Aiden in the same way. And a lot of this is because of one of the biggest events in the world when it happens, the World Cup. So a lot of YouTubers, people that are involved in content, they went to the World Cup, but American streamers largely didn't. And Speed was already a big fan of Ronaldo. He liked watching football, soccer. So he was showing him love. He made a song for the World Cup. He made a song for Ronaldo. I think that World Cup song is at over 100 million. So keep in mind, billions of people are watching the World Cup. Their eyes are on it. He's one of the hottest streamers. He's making videos about it. He's out there live streaming the World Cup every single day. And people IRL stream now a lot, but Speed really took IRL streaming as one of the biggest streamers and did it somewhere else at a massive event. So he's streaming his whole experience in Qatar and the World Cup. His views are going up. The clips are booming. He has these moments, like he has this moment with this Asian guy and people kind of came at him. That was just like in good jest and good fun. So he's blowing up like crazy from that. All of these international fans start raising his stock, raising his viewer count. And what does he do? He decides to keep doubling down and going to all of these events. And this is the thing where I wouldn't say lazy. A lot of streamers don't travel internationally for big events. So, for example, people say, yeah, but Kai went to Japan and he had this whole thing going on in Japan. He went to Disneyland in Japan.
It's crazy.
Yes.
He's saying everything we're saying.
And how you which you really said, I ain't gonna lie, you really said it perfect. You almost gave, like, even if somebody tried to argue what you said, they still would go back to your point. Because think about it. He went to Japan and did what? Same thing with rapper would do. Go and mess with a couple of females. Get what a dude in Japan that's cool as a mud. So you messing with the females, you got your guy.
But
y'all
it
just
ain't
really
like
thug.
you went out there on some like
Really messing with the whole
you said
like,
event going on, showing the culture type shit. We just going out here living life type.
And I'm being real, G. I went back and seen like a month or two ago. I seen that his World Cup song like at 122 million views. That you gotta realize that's 122 million views. I'm just being 100, bro. Stuff like that, and then you 20 million subscribers in the last 2.5 years is insanity, dude.
No, like this almost unheard.
That's next level type. I'm being 100. Nobody in YouTube history will be on Mr. Beast's level at all. But if he keep moving at this rate, he's not gonna be on Mr. Beast's level. But if he keep moving at this rate right here that he's moving at, bro, by the time he turned 25, bro. Besides Mr. Beast, which I don't count him because he's on some next level stuff, he probably be one of the biggest YouTubers, if not the biggest YouTuber. Because that is that's, bro, dude, he different, dog. He different, bro. That's why I said I'm just being 100.
Do, bro.
Y'all, I know they said that Speed worth 14 million, but y'all no, he got to be worth more than that. I'm just being 100.
That was cool. Also, that like little mini movie that he made was really cool, and there was this nice story where he meets a guy there and he becomes friends with him, and then he invites him back to the U.S. and they go to a concert together, and that guy's like, man, this is one of the greatest experiences of my life. That's a wholesome and great moment, but is it expanding his audience outside of who already watches him, which is kind of the Western market, largely the USA, I would say, for Kai Cenat. So it's different from, let's say, Kai Cenat goes when the Japanese World Championship event is going on and it's the biggest event in Japan. And he's the only massive streamer from the US that's going there and documenting it and interacting with people. Because then people are like, yo, who's this really lit guy from America that's covering this Japanese event that we're all watching? And that's when the accumulation of those fans starts to begin. And I think we're going to see a lot more of Speed doing this. I think it's a brilliant move by him. I don't know if it's his team or him. I think it's genuine interest, and then maybe they urge him and they're like, yo, you should go do this, or you should go to this country. This event is happening. And the more collaborations and the more Speed continues to go to these really, really big events in different countries, the more collaborations he's going to do with the biggest streamers in those countries, and he's just going to be arguably the biggest streamer in the world. So I think the biggest streamer in...
That's the same thing with... David Doe, what's his name is? You know he from Africa. You know Brunner Boy.
Well, Boy, yeah.
Yeah, I remember he was like cause they would call him David Doe. How have you say his name?
What's that man? I know you.
Yeah, the one they used to bump at Home Depot, Chiefs bump at Home Depot and stuff like that. They would call him the biggest artist. I think out of Nigeria or wherever he from. Then Brunner Boy couldn't come to the USA. The Vito or something like that. The Brunner Boy couldn't come to the USA or perform or do nothing in the USA. So he was like, yo, I'm going to be real. At the time, the Vito, how you said, he was. But now that I can come to the USA, I've blown up. And he said, bro, now that I can travel to different places now, I've expanded. I'm being real, bro. When you do stuff like
and really get out there, yeah.
It's over with, bro. Just like Mr. B got all them different channels with different languages. Like...
world will be a English speaker just because it's so widely spoken or widely understood. It's the second language of most countries. It's the language of commerce. So I think he can be, but he has to integrate and mesh well with these other audiences by appealing to their interests, which are overlapping with his interests. He's actually interested in cricket. He was playing with these guys out in the street. He's actually interested in soccer. Now, does this necessarily benefit him monetarily speaking? I don't think so, especially if you just take into consideration stats and ad revenue and all that stuff. Being in India, it's not going to make him much money, but the content is going to appeal to people in the US because they're going to be like, yo, this guy's, we've never seen this place. A lot of people, they've never seen what it's like, and we've never seen our guy interacting with them. So it's good content in general. I do want to see more of the international expansion of live streaming because there are some huge live streamers from other countries. Spain. I think they have a couple of really, really big live streamers. And seeing these people come to America and collaborate with the biggest streamers we have, these would be huge crossovers. I think it would be great for their industry. And overall, everyone wins. And I think more opportunities will come out of it. So that's one thing. I think people, they knock Speed too much and they think he's just like some clown that's just, that's just jumping around and just being funny and entertaining in front of the camera. But he's pursuing genuine interest and he's doing what a lot of streamers who are lazy don't do. And now, do I think the streamers that just sit at home and stream are wrong for doing that, or they're lazy for doing that? I think that's the smartest thing that they can do. I would do that because streaming in real life, I don't envy any of these people. If you're thinking about doing that, don't. People that stream outside make less money than people that just sit at their desktop. Objective fact. There's equipment issues. There's danger issues. Like you saw those guys in Toronto. They got robbed and ran down on.
You ain't even how to do that boy like that. You ain't how to do my game like that. Damn, man. Damn. Oh, my goodness, dude.
To the draws.
I'm talking about to the draw, gang. He out there butt booty naked. And they drove off on their mind. That's so tough.
Security, that era of live streaming is done. Let's not forget swatting. You got to deal with too many problems. Now, if you're traveling internationally and doing it, I think that's a little bit different and safer than doing it within the U.S. But yeah, that's pretty much what I think of it. And I do think that since streamers make less money from it, going overseas and doing all this in real life stuff, I think it's there's such a good path and an unbeaten path for people like Speed who are that big to just scoop up and swallow up this entire audience and just be the biggest out there. And that's my stake and my belief, and I'm 100% sure of this. Speed from the USA streamers is the biggest in the world, internationally speaking. Maybe not in the US, internationally speaking, he's the biggest. And he's got the youth of all of these countries. He probably has a younger fan base, but I think stream viewers for a lot of these guys is pretty much similar demographic in age speaking. But let me know what y'all think in the comments. Like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you...
I ain't gonna lie, bro. It's so crazy how where streaming and YouTube came.
Wow, a long way.
It's so wild, bro. I'm talking about D4 eating, dude. Oh my goodness, bro. Like, I'm real. When it comes to YouTube and streaming, bro, it's the new TV, bro. I'm just being 100, bro. But man, if y'all like the video, give it a thumbs up. If y'all like the rest, don't forget to subscribe. It's your boy, the boy, Crazy. We out.